Welcome back, guys. It's day to day. So we're going to go through the most recent stats for single-family homes and condos and townhomes for the entire state of Florida. We're going to hit a lot of different metros. You guys kind of know which ones I cover. We're going to hit the big cities and a lot of Southwest Florida, obviously, because that's where I am. We're going to go through both housing types. So this is going to be a little longer. I'm going to have to go through pretty quickly on these to cover all these numbers, maybe not get too in-depth on some of the things I normally dive into, but I want to get the single family and the condo stats in because I didn't get them both last month. These are the most recent stats from the Florida Association of Realtors. These are all sourced from their website. You can actually see their statewide stats in the link in my description for this video if you're interested in checking those out yourself. All right, guys, diving right into the whole state of Florida. Sales actually up 5.2%. So in contrast to what we saw last month, you're going to see a lot of this throughout this video. A lot of sales up year over year for the month of July, and people ask me, why is that? Why is that happening? This is supposed to be the slow season for Florida, but it's really the peak, the end of the peak for everywhere else. Spring selling season in every other part of the country is huge, so people take the money, they get their houses under contract in the spring, and they start buying here around the same time. Usually, these tend to close at the middle of summer, end of summer, and spill into the fall ever so slightly, and then you kind of see it fall off. So that's why I would assume sales are probably going to be up year over year, closed sales for the next several months, but we'll see. Paid in cash, pretty stable, 1%, 1.2% increase. Median sales price barely moving, 0.5. Average sales price up 2.2%. These are sort of stable price. This is what normal price appreciation should look like, guys. So the whole state might be getting to a normal market there. We'll see. How does the month supply of inventory look? That kind of dictates if it's a buyer's or a seller's market. Month supply sitting at 2.8 months last year, now up to 4.6. And this is a 64% increase is large, guys. Don't get me wrong. It's not as big as some of the other crazy numbers I show, and more we'll even see in this video will make 64% look like absolutely nothing. But this is how it starts. This is what started in Southwest Florida. Last year, we had about 5 months of inventory at the same time in Southwest Florida, and I said, listen, we're going into a slow time. If we keep listing and the spring is not an absolute frenzy, we're going to see an inventory explosion, and that's what's happened. So this could be the foundation of that occurring. With that being said, active listings up 60%, sitting at 97,000. The state of Florida for single-family homes has been sitting around that for the past couple of months. It's not skyrocketing the way it was, and it's not going down, so it's stabilizing right now. We'll have to see how we do during our slow season. With that being said, total pending inventory is down 5.9%, and what that is, guys, is how many homes are currently under contract in the entire state, and new pending sales are ever so slightly down 0.6%. So anything that went under contract in the month of July will subsequently close probably August, September, October, and this pending inventory will close as well. So when you see new listings in July are up 10%, but pending sales are down 5%, that tells me your month supply of inventory is probably going to increase during the fall. Okay, guys, now we're going to jump over to statewide condo and townhome sales. So if it's in blue, this is single family. When we go to green here, this is going to be condos and townhomes, just if you're paying attention for the color difference. A little bit of a different story. Sales slightly down 1.2%. Paid in cash down 1.7%, median sales price down 1.3%, average sales price for townhomes and condos down, actually up 3%. So you would expect a different story here with all of the news and all the bad juju going on with condos in Florida. We all know it by now, the milestone inspections, the new requirements coming up, the HOA fees going up, the insurance going crazy. But market-wide, statewide, not having a massive effect on sales and pricing right now. It is having a massive effect on inventory. As you can see, our months of inventory has jumped from 3.6% to 7.4% for the entire state of Florida as a whole. Now, your mileage is going to vary, guys, depending what areas you're in. It's going to be different in your area. Some areas, condos are still tight, as you'll see, but statewide as a whole, inventory pretty high. 7.4, kind of a buyer's market. Listings jumped 91% this July as compared to last, going from 32,000 to 61,000. That is a pretty big jump, guys, and we've had 13%, a 13.8% increase in the new listings that hit the market in July as well. So that looks like it's going to continue for condos and townhomes. Pending inventory is down, new pending sales is down, and when your inventory, your listings continue to increase year over year, but your pending sales continue to decrease, we're going to see that months of supply of inventory grow. Hitting Sarasota County for single-family homes, closed sales, 1.4% increase, kind of stable, nothing crazy year over year. Paid in cash down 15% in Sarasota. That's a big drop. Wow. Median sales price of single-family homes in Sarasota County is down 12% year over year. That's a lot. I know it's July, summer, but that's a lot, going from 535 to 470 in just 1 year. And that is what I'm seeing up and down Southwest Florida. We're seeing a lot of homes come up for resale that were previously purchased a year or two ago. It's about 10 to 15% that these people are losing from what they purchased from, depending on when they bought it. Even average sales price here in Sarasota falling 2.1%, still at $678,000 to get you in Sarasota County. On average, again, going to vary where you are. Northport's in here, median and average. Well, median's pretty close to Northport. The average is not that close in Northport. Let's take a look at their inventory, up 50%, 3.2 months supply of inventory to 4.8. So it's actually fallen in Sarasota, guys. This was up in the 5s, approaching the 6. Sarasota's inventory is getting a little tighter here. That's interesting over the summer. We're going to have to see what happens when the fall comes, and we know what happens when the spring comes, but that's very far away. Their active listings are up 60%, going from 1,900 to just over 3,000 in a year span. Sarasota condos and townhomes defying all expectations here. Closed sales up 7.1%, cash sales up almost 17%, median sales price down 6.3%, average sales price up 2.7%. So condos in Sarasota look like they're holding up pretty good. Their month's supply of inventory, even though it's a 67% increase, is only 5.7. They're just about in a balanced, I'd again consider it more of a buyer's market, but they're, especially with all the news. But Sarasota's condo market is kind of balanced right now. They did see a 72% increase in their listings from July of 2023 to July of 2024. They have 1,777 total. That is going to probably have an effect on the months of inventory. We'll see where the fall goes. Generally a slow time for condos in the fall. So we'll see if that inventory picks up. Jumping over to the other side of the state, we're at the Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, MSA, not counties. This is an MSA. This is for single-family homes again, guys. Their closed sales are up 6% for single-family homes. Paid in cash slightly down 3.2%. Median sales price up 6.1%. Average sales price up 9.7%. Going to take about $1 million on average to get in the door in these places. Their inventory, while a 50% increase is massive for months of inventory, going from 3.0 to 4.5, that is big. 4.5 is still a tight market, but we're seeing this increase here month over month over month. It's getting higher. It's getting higher for the same reason that it is mostly everywhere else. Pending sales are down, pending inventory is down, but new listings are up every month. So more and more is coming to the market. More and more people are listing in these areas while more and more buyers are pulling back. Had a 48% increase here in their active listings, up to 13,000 from just over 9,000. Those are big numbers. These could be significant. If this is what I saw in Southwest Florida at the beginning of last fall, actually, this is exactly what was happening. People were looking at 4.5 months inventory over here being like, oh, it's nothing. Who cares? But when the listing season comes, if this continues this way through the fall into January again, this could escalate very quickly, because that's exactly what happened to us on this side of the state. And it has not subsided, as you'll see. We still have a lot of homes listed here. So how are condos holding up in the same area? Closed sales down 4.5%, paid in cash down 7.4%. Median sales price remains exactly the same year over year, so no median growth. Average sales price up 6.4%. Their condo and townhome inventory has skyrocketed in the Miami, Broward, Palm Beach area. It's up 97% year over year, guys, bringing it from 4.1 months of inventory to 8.1 months of inventory. Condos in this area, in general, are strictly in a buyer's market. They had a 78% increase in the amount of listings. Because this is a coastal area mostly, guys, you're going to see this jump really high in coastal areas for all the reasons that we know. Going from 14,075 going to just over 25,000 active listings here. So this is one to keep an eye on, guys. This condo market is in distress. 8.1 months of active inventory for condos and townhomes is very high over here. It's definitely in buyer's market territory. But to see this kind of a jump year over year, this is what everyone is worried about. People are rushing to the exits. We know why. It's because of the massive assessments. But anything near the coast, expect to see these kind of condo and townhome jumps. And back to the West Coast. So we are in the Tampa MSA here. That's Fernando, Pasco, Hillsborough, Pinellas County. Let's turn my highlighter on before I screw this up. Closed sales here for single-family homes. We're back on single-family here, guys. In the Tampa MSA, up 4.5%. So now we're starting to see like single-family homes have kind of last month, there was a large drop in demand for these. Now they've kind of increased, and we're seeing, is it because condo demand is dropping? I don't personally think so. I think it's people ask me that all the time. I think it's two very different buyers. Condos are reverting back to what they used to be. I mean, they got as expensive as homes in the state for a while. Now they're kind of going back to being the more affordable option, but with the assessments and the insurance, they got a long way to go. A long way to go. So single family is actually coming back here in July. The entire state did fairly well for single family homes in July. And in the middle of summer, people say, well, this is not your season. But selling season everywhere else is spring. They take the money they make in spring, the things they put under contract in spring in other areas of the country, they bring it to Florida to purchase in the summer. And that will drag through to the fall usually. Median sales price barely moving, average sales price barely moving. So interesting, seeing a little bit of a stabilization in the Tampa area. They had some strong inventory buildup. As you'll see, their month supply is up 84%, but it's only because they barely had 2 months of inventory. Now they have 3.5. This is still heavily a seller's market. Interesting to see that the price appreciation for the area as a whole has not jumped when supply is that low. Let's take a look at new listings. They are up. Well, new listings are up 14.2% year over year. Total active listings are up 82% from the previous year. Only had 6,300 homes. Now we've got 11,500 in the area. All right, condos for the same area. Condos and townhomes, closed sales. Got to put my highlighter on again. Holding up 4.5%. Paid in cash, up 5.5%. Median sales price unmoved. Average sales price in the area, up 8.2%. Again, this varies everywhere, guys. Varies from location to location. Their inventory is up a whopping 100%. So now condos and townhomes went from 2.5 months of inventory to 5 months of inventory, which is dangerously close to buyer market territory. And again, guys, that's just to say buyers have the advantage. It doesn't mean run out and buy. It just means buyers in that scenario have the upper hand in negotiations generally. Inventory of active listings up 95% for condos and townhomes in the Tampa area. That's a big jump. I mean, these numbers are enormous, but the ones we've seen on the channel previously, they're like, oh, it's not 200? Wow, but they're huge. 3182 to 6223 is a massive jump, and they're having the same problem as the single-family homes. Their new listings have gone up 15% year over year, but the total pending sales are down 25%, and the new pending sales are down 10%. So that's telling me, even for their condos over the next couple of months, they're going to see less closings because we're just pending less sales. Now, does that mean we're going to see less year over year? We'll have to see what the year over year looks like, but there's probably going to be less closings than we're having in the summer right now in most of these areas. Bumping down to Lee County, this is your Fort Myers, Cape Coral area. Their closed sales are up almost 10%, 9.1%, paid in cash down 9.5%. So they have a big increase in sales year over year and a big price drop. Their median price is down 5.3%. Their average sales price is down 11.5%. That's pretty big. And that's the theme here in Southwest Florida, guys. People are still buying. We're having strong closing months, but they want lower prices. They don't want to pay anywhere near what people were paying 2 years ago. And I'd argue 11% is a pretty good clip. I think some of these areas, when you really dive into them, are down from the peaks in Southwest Florida, between 15 to 20%. In some instances, you guys know how I've gone through Punta Gorda and showed you guys price drop videos and different things, stuff that was purchased 2 years ago for $1 million, now selling for $800,000. And I will be doing another one of those. But I think some of these areas, peak to now, have seen 20% clips. Lee County could be one of them, but let's take a look at their month supply of inventory. Tame compared to what we've seen here year over year for single family homes previously. Up only 66%, sitting at 7 months of inventory. Big buyer's market down there in Lee County. Most of the areas, again, mileage will vary zip code to zip code, but as the county as a whole, their inventory is up 77.2%, sitting at a whopping 8,000 homes, 8,000 single-family homes for sale down in Lee County. Wow. When you've got that many houses on the market, it's no surprise that their average sales price is down 11.5% just from last July. All right, on the condos and townhomes for Lee County, sales down 18.5%. Wow, that's enormous. That's one of the biggest sales drops. I think might be the biggest sales drop I've ever seen for one of these year-over-year stats. That's crazy. Paid in cash down 16.8%. Even the cash buyers are out of there. Median sales price for townhomes and condos down 7%. Average sales down 3%. Not too drastic. Total dollar volume down 21%. I'm not going to say it yet. I'm not going to say it. Okay. 131% increase in the months of inventory for condos and townhomes in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Lee County. 10.2 months of inventory, guys. That's crazy. That's massive. I've seen higher, but only in Collier. But that's, 115% increase in the number of listings on the market year over year. 4,237 listings. New pending sales. Let's take a look at all this. Let's put it all together here. Closed sales down 18% year over year. Cash sales down 16%. We have two price declines. Dollar volume down 21%. New pending sales. New sales going under contract in July down 25% almost. New listings, even with the listings being down 6.2% year over year, we have 10.2 months of inventory. What do you guys think? Is this a condo market crash in Lee County? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Does this look like this is finally, we can call something a definitive crash? I want your opinions. Let me know in the comments. Charlotte County, again, high closed sales. I keep telling people, guys, we are going to continue to have high closed sales here in Charlotte County. Why? Because the average sales price is down 12.5%. Just from last July, 2023, not from the peak of 2022. We're down more than that. So people are looking around the state, and in Charlotte County, median sales price is even down 9.3%. They're looking around here and saying, well, this is one of the best places I can get bang for my buck, depending on what you need out of the area. And why is that, guys? Because we have super strong inventory increases here as well. Active listings up 61% in Charlotte County. We have 2,998 homes on the market right now. It has been floating around 3,000 here. For months, even with our sales going up year over year, we cannot bring the active listings down yet. This is actually the slightest fall I've seen in about 6 months. We still have 7 months of inventory in the area, which is strictly a buyer's market. And I mentioned earlier that I saw small things like this brewing here last year. Last year, we had 5.2 months of inventory in July. When I saw that, I said, if we don't get this off the market, and I didn't think we were going to, we're going to have an inventory explosion and we're going to have price declines. And that's exactly what we've had here. So when you see 5.2 months of inventory, 4.9 months of inventory in Sarasota, 3.5 in Tampa, if that keeps ticking up, you can be here very quickly where we are and start seeing price declines. It's not there yet. It's nowhere near that yet. I can't make a prediction if it's going to go that way. But that's what happened here. And this is what I was keeping an eye on last year. Pending inventory down 20% year over year. So these strong sales are not going to continue into the fall here in Charlotte County, guys. You can see this because we have 20% less homes under contract at the end of July than we did last year. And like I said, it's going to give you an indication of what's going to be closing in the next couple of months. Townhomes and condos in Charlotte County up 15%, but we went from 66 total to 76. God, that's abysmally low. I could tell you we have 829 listed and we've only sold 76. That is horrendous, guys. Yeah, price is down 8% on median, price down 6% on average. No kidding. Wow, 9.3 months of inventory. We're just as bad as Cape Coral up here. Hate to say it. Are we in a market crash up here in Charlotte County with a 98% increase in our condo and townhome listings, a 66% increase in our months of supply, 9.3 months? We've got falling prices even while our sales picked up 15% year over year. Our pending sales, oh my God, our new pending inventory is down 36%. We put under contract 36% less condos and townhomes in Charlotte County in this July than we did last year. Oh man. In my opinion, this is going to get worse. This is really what tells the tale. Even the total pending inventory is down 12%. We're down to selling 76 condos here. Ooh. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Are we on the same track here as Lee County? What do you guys think? All right, guys, shooting up north to Jacksonville. This is single-family homes again for the Jacksonville MSA, guys. It's all these counties right here mixed in. You've got a lot. Closed sales are up 6%, paid in cash down 4%, median sales price up 2%, average sales price up 5.7%, holding pretty strong up there. They saw a big sales drop in June as well, but kind of doing better than they were last July. Inventory still tight in this region, up 41% at 4.1. And it's hard for me, I know I say it's tight here, guys, but because 40% increases in inventory, months of inventory and active listings are big. Their active listings are up 7,421 from just 5,285 the previous year. But month supply measures the demand, and that needs to be closer to 5 closer to 6, 5, 6 area till you're going to really start seeing price declines or deals getting done. Though they're asking price, they're only getting 96.9% to asking price. They're not getting full asking price up here in the Jacksonville MSA for single-family homes. How are we looking up there for condos? Strong month, sales up 6.2%, paid in cash up 6.4%, median sales price down 2.3%, average sales price down 11%. So the Jacksonville area is starting to see condos and townhomes struggle again. They are coastal regions up there, but the whole MSA as a whole is seeing an 11.5% price decline on condos and townhomes. That's interesting up there. Their inventory is up 124%, and that's what I just told you. It's around 5.6 months supply. That's when you start seeing some price declines and price adjustments. They are at a 90.6% increase in their total listings of townhomes and condos. They're sitting at 2,321, but as you can see, they're only selling about 461 a month. So that's going to cause some price declines. That's how you get the month supply of inventory. Now, they use an average, generally an average of, the number of properties that have sold over the previous 12 months, but still. All right, guys, on to my favorite, Collier County. They always have, everything's bigger in Collier County, they say, and I don't know if they say that, and the data numbers, the drops and the drastic percentage increases are also bigger there. Closed sales down 9.2%. Everywhere else we have looked for single-family homes, sales have been stable or up. Collier County saw a 10% drop year over year, only selling 334 single-family homes, according to the Florida Association of Realtors. Their paid in cash sales down 15.8%. Dollar volume down 13.5%. Their median sales price held strong, but they did see an average sales price drop year over year of 5%, which, if you ask me, is pretty significant. What's causing that? It's a 162% increase in their inventory, going from 4.5 months last year to 11.8. That's the only single-family market we saw that high. The only other thing we saw that high was Lee County's condo and townhome months of inventory. That's pretty high. Historically, it's not that high for Collier because it's a specific market that demands specific price points. That's high compared to everywhere else. They had a 159% increase in their active single-family home listings, sitting at 4,516 houses listed from 1,742 last year. Now, I have people accuse me of picking on Collier County. I'm not picking on Collier County. They have the biggest numbers. But I do want to point out, in June and in July, they saw pending inventory skyrocket, 82% increase from their pending inventory. So they only sold they only put under contract 673 single-family homes last year. This July, they put 1,229. So I suspect that this month's of inventory is going to drop pretty drastically. Condo and townhome listings in Collier County are up 228% from the previous year, going from 1,504 to almost 5,000. Hopping over to Orlando MSA, their single-family homes. Again, this is your 4 counties this covers here. Closed sales only up 1%. Pretty stable. Their median sales price up 1.8%, average sales price up 2.5%. This is kind of what normal home price appreciation should look like. So maybe they're just normaling, they're getting level here now. Is it going to continue this way? I don't know. Their inventory is up 63% year over year, going from a months of supply of 2.2 to 3.6. Still not very drastic. But again, I keep telling you guys, this is how it started in Southwest Florida. These small little numbers all of a sudden spiraled out of control. And now you see we're at 7, 8, 9 months in some areas for things. Inventory of active listings up 60%, going up to 8591. Their pending inventory is slightly down. Their new pending sales are actually up. So very much a seller's market, still a strong market here in this area. We'll see if that continues. Trends are starting to emerge, and where they're going to go in the fall is going to dictate what the spring is going to be like. Their condo market, not as resilient. Closed sales down 3.1%. They still are seeing price increases, though. 5.6% up on the median, 4.8% up on the average, even with a 103% increase in their month supply of inventory, now sitting at 5.3. Their condo market, guys, it's on the verge right here. 100% increase in inventory, going up to 4,070 condos and townhomes listed. This is going to put you on the verge. I'd say they're in a buyer's market right now, but it's going to put you on the verge of really starting to see things flip into the buyer's favor. That's when prices really start moving. Even still, they're only getting 96.7% of ask up there. That's what I got for today, guys. If you like this video, please give me a like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.